Everyone, hope everything is going well. I wanted to touch base on more reasons later this year. I'm not talking about the first half of this year where they're going to start to cut rates, which will initially be a pump up for the markets. Well, everything does seem all right. However, just looking at it from an analytical point of view, fundamental point of view, what I'm seeing right now, later this year, this is not good. Not good at all. Okay. And people will be like, wait, you were just bullish. On price action, I was bullish, yes, and still am for about 4 or 5 more months. The cycles are still lining up in my opinion, for a strong move. And don't do anything based on what I'm saying. But the cycles are pointing towards a strong move up until about May. That's what I'm seeing. But these are the problems underneath the surface. And I'm over at seekingalpha.com. It says money supply continues its biggest collapse since the Great Depression. This is by the Mises Institute. I like Mises Institute. Ron Paul supports them. It's by Ludwig von Mises, the Austrian school. So I'm into that stuff. Anyways, money supply growth fell again in October, remaining deep in negative territory after turning negative in November 2022 for the first time in 28 years. October's drop continues a steep downward trend from the unprecedented highs experienced during much of the past 2 years. Since April 2021, money supply growth has slowed, and since November, we've been seeing. I hate when this happens. We've been seeing the money supply repeatedly contract year over year. Money supply growth fell again in October, remaining deep in negative territory after turning negative in November 22 for the first time in 28 years. And then it just talks about it. The reality is, let's just look at this chart just to get a measure. No. Thought this could expand, but not. But it says prior to this year, at least for 60 years, has the money supply fallen by more than 6% year over year in any month. And you could see this is not good. If money supply is dropping, this, in my opinion, will lead to a nasty recession. It's just giving clues. This is what's going on. Let's take a look at this. Regardless, it talks about how the economist of Mises, and maybe let's take a look here. He talks about how here's what it is. As shown by Ludwig von Mises, recessions are often preceded by a mere slowing in money supply growth. Okay. Mere supply of money supply growth. What happens when it goes negative? This hasn't been seen since the 1930s. 1930s was the period of deflation. Guys and gals, we have huge problems. Even during 2007 crisis, the money supply was increasing. Think about that. During the great financial crisis, money supply growth up. Right now, we haven't seen the crash. The crash, in my opinion, is going to come. And don't make any investment decision based on what I'm saying. I'm just looking at what's going on underneath the surface. And I'm not even talking about the negative yield curve. That's a red flag. If you look at the economic leading indicators, they're showing a red flag. We have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. And it lines up with all the wacky stuff going on in our society today. Commercial real estate is going to blow up, in my opinion. The banks are going to blow up. This is not hyperbole. This is just looking at it from an objective point of view. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this video. I want to hear what you have to say. Do you see it the same way I am? Because it does not look good later half this year. First half, maybe fine. You may get away with it, but ultimately the laws of economics will take over. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye.